he might have the same skin tone, but they're not one of us. I see that a lot, and I notice that a lot. And what's crazy about it, what's funny about it is, any other race of people would just identify that person as a black person because of the color of their skin, not the specifics of maybe what part of the country they might be from or their ethnicity, whether they're Nigerian or Kenyan or South African, but the color of their skin, they're black. But we as African American people, I notice, put that social divide. Nima Seshi, I would like to bring you out front for this. I know you're from
Nigeria.
Yes, you're from Nigeria. Why do you think that is the case?
Well, I think it's more so the whole thing. I've realized, like, while being here for school, that a lot of African Americans, like, they don't tend to. Some don't like to say they're even African American. They like to just say that I'm just black. I'm American, because I've never been to Africa, so how am I gonna say I'm African American or whatever and stuff like that? And I understand, but at the same time, I don't feel you have to even visit like home to know that it's home. You know what I'm saying? And I've also heard that some people say African Americans. I've had people ask me, why do some Africans feel like they're better than us? And I'm like, that's funny, because I've never actually thought that myself or had anyone think that close to me. If other people have, I'm not with those people, so to speak. So but I think it's just the case of, because they haven't stepped at home, they haven't gone to Africa, so they feel that isn't what their heritage is. But it is. It's your culture. What you have to realize is that the African American culture, it's just a branch of the African culture itself. Like, Africa is so vibrant. Africans in general, we're just vibrant people, spiritual, and that's what African Americans are. Also, there's a lot that connects us as people, so I don't understand why that is, because I have cousins who have never been to Nigeria, and they are as Nigerian as me. So it has nothing to do with that with me. I think it's just learning to embrace it. It doesn't mean that you're trying to be somebody that you're not. It's just to learn who you are, what is part of your mesh, what is part of your collage of your background, why you just do the things that you do, you know?
That I noticed that when you mentioned, why do you not want to be part of that mesh? Anyone who's been a long time listener in this show knows that on two separate occasions, I remember on the 6-month anniversary special of this show, as well as when we did the Trayvon Martin case, when we covered the Trayvon Martin case, I revealed to the listening audience that on both sides of my family, my mother's side and my father's side, that we come from Caucasian and Native American descendants. And I found that to be so interesting that was the case. That the further back in our family's history you go, you find white people and you find Native American people. And I said, wow, that makes so much sense, because people like my grandmothers and my great grandmothers, I noticed, especially in their pictures when they were younger, they were either fair-skinned, lighter skinned, or some grandmothers or some relatives on another side of the family of mine would have really long, straight hair. And as a little kid, I never really understood, why they look so different. And as far as I'm concerned, all my family was just black, was just African American all my life. But the day that I found out that parts of my family did come from Caucasian descendants and Native American descendants, I felt so connected to the world. I felt so connected to every aspect of the world. It felt good to have this feeling of diversity. That felt good, you guys. And I know for other people it would be shameful to know that they came from something different than what they thought they've been all along. No shame on this end. No shame on this end. Somewhere in this world, somewhere, I have white cousins running around. I don't know where they are. I've never met them. But they exist. Somewhere in this world, somewhere, I have Native American cousins running around. I've never met them. But they exist. You know, as African Americans, you guys, and I can attest to this because I am African American, along with a mixture of my other racial backgrounds. Historically speaking, African Americans have been through a lot in this country, and we're still not finished going through whatever might be in the future. But one thing that has always kept me in line was to say that, you know what? Regardless of the color of my skin, regardless of whatever someone views me, I can still be great no matter what. I've never let anyone define me because of the color of my skin, and I never will. I just refuse to do it because I believe that God has taught me better than that. God said, yes, I made you dark skinned. Yes, I made you with thick lips. Yes, I made you with a big nose. Yes, I made you with curly hair. What's the problem? Do you not like the way that I made you? Do you not like that I made you nappy? Do you not like the fact that I didn't make you with straight hair? Do you not like the fact that I didn't make you with lighter skin so you can be accepted by people who probably mean you no good anyway? How can African Americans heal from their past? That's what I want to know, and I want to end that. On that particular note, because as long as African Americans hold on to the past, there is just no way that we can succeed in the future. As long as we choose to be angry. And I don't want to, my purpose is not to incite anything, but I think we do need to spread the truth here. African Americans, we go through the same things that every other race goes through. Every other race goes through the same things that African Americans go through. We're not as alone in this world as we think we are. African Americans can be prejudiced, can be discriminatory. Other races of people can do it to us. African Americans do it to other races of people. It's a worldwide, it's a universal thing. It's not so black and white as it used to be. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to do Race Relations Awareness Month here at the Late Night with Edmore III show. I wanted to bring that to the forefront. And when I say I didn't want to incite anything, when I say this, I want this to be calm, and I want this to be understood. African Americans historically have not had the best relationship as far as race is concerned with the Caucasian community in the United States of America. I know we say, oh, no, that's not the case. Unfortunately, that is the case. History can attest to that. But I want to say to all of you all out there listening, regardless of what color you are, I want African Americans especially to know that anger and hatred, revenge, that won't get that will lead African Americans, that will lead black people nowhere. Beating up and assaulting people because of the color of their skin, that won't fix whatever happened in the past. That won't fix the lives of all those African Americans who were lynched by people of other races. That won't fix all the young lives that were lost, young black lives that were lost, such as the church bombing in Birmingham, such as the lives of Emmett Till. That won't fix any of that. I have always made this a point in my life that regardless of whatever history that African Americans have had in this country, especially dealing with the Caucasian community, I am not going to be upset. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be angry. I'm not going to be mad, because God cannot bless my life with an angry heart. He cannot come in there. There is no way. Let me tell you something. There is no way in the world that God would have been able to bless me as the host of this show with an angry heart. To be able to have brought all these different people here from all different parts of the world, offered all different parts of the country. There is no way, because I would have had this angry heart inside of me that would not have allowed me to be the best me that I could be. There was just no way. Which is precisely why I say, how can the African American community heal from its past? Because that's the only way we're going to progress. Kiana Dean, how can the African American community heal from its past?
I say one way is to just make sure you educate yourself. Learn from the mistakes that we, not only as African Americans, but we as human beings have made in the past, and how to improve those. And also, when you look in the mirror and you see yourself and you see all the different things that some may think are the bad side of you or whatever, embrace those, because those are the things that make you human. Those are the things that make you beautiful as a human being. So just educate yourself and love yourself for who you are, regardless of the color of your skin.
Latoya Brown.
Forgive and make amends with the past and move on with your life.
Sierra Garner.
Look at what's around you. You don't say that you don't have the tools, because they're there. Don't look to the bad. Look to, you have an African American, a biracial president. You have a Latino Secretary of State. Look at what's around you and go off of that.
Nemaseshi.
Basically, not to dwell in the past, but to embrace the opportunities that are available to you. Basically, just echoing what's been said, and just look forward, because looking back isn't going to do anything for you.
Mr. Willie Hall.
I believe we must stop, in a sense, reinforcing ignorance. We must take our heritage, our culture, and we must change the mindset, the black mindset, the black perspective, and let's move forward. As we might be able to pull from the past, from all the negative things, but one thing that I thought was profound that I read one day, that I still continue to live my life by, George Washington Carver once said, he said, don't let your grievances overshadow your opportunities.
I love it. I love all of your answers. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our program tonight. It is my prayer, and it is my hope, and it is my wish that we were able to bless somebody tonight. Regardless of who you were, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Hispanic, Latino, Asian, whether you're from the Middle East, whether you're from Afghanistan, or from right here in the state of Alabama, where we're broadcasting live from. We hope that somebody was impacted tonight, and we hope that somebody learned something new tonight, because that has always been our mission. That has always been our focus here at the Late Night with Ed Moore III show, is to teach, educate, and provide opportunity. I thank you all so much out there for listening.